Tēnā tātou katoa. Good evening. The Clean Car Discount Scheme has had a tune-up after the policy proved so successful it was becoming unaffordable. The government has scrapped discounts for low-emissions petrol vehicles. Now only hybrids and electric vehicles are eligible. They've also lowered the discount for new EVs while increasing the kickback for used clean cars. And sorry farmers, the ute tax is going up. Fees on imports of high-emitting gas guzzlers are increasing. Political reporter Amelia Wade has the details.
Zach Lee's been a Tesla owner since before it was popular.
I was just thinking that Tesla is a cool car.
He ordered one of Elon's finest in 2020 before the government gave cash back for clean cars.
Those people will definitely have more more keen to buy EV.
In fact, the government's plan worked too well. Too many people wanted to be Tesla owners. The scheme was no longer paying for itself, so what qualifies as a clean car is getting stricter, meaning cars like New Zealand's favourite, the Suzuki Swift, are no longer eligible.
Of the cleaner, cheaper vehicles at the low end of the market, vehicles that cost between $10,000 and $15,000, vehicles that the average person buys, they no longer qualify for an incentive.
Is it just for the rich?
No, not at all. The top two selling vehicles under the current scheme are generally between $15,000 and $20,000, and they will still be eligible for the scheme.
Teslas still do too.
If you're asking me the question, is a low-income household likely to be able to afford a Tesla? Of course the answer is no to that. But that is why the Clean Car Discount Scheme does not just apply to electric vehicles.
The rebate paid out on new EVs is dropping by $1,500, but it's increasing for used imports a little bit. You can get an extra $50. The tax on new gas guzzlers is rising from about $5,000 to $6,900, and for used imports it's going up from just under $3,000 to about $3,500.
These people are hard-working farmers and tradies. It's a kick in the guts.
Yep, the National Party have a criticism that some of the benefit goes to people purchasing Teslas. I would much rather have those people purchasing a zero-emissions Tesla than a huge big gas guzzler.
It's a bit more than some of the benefit. Since the discounts began in July 2021, $83 million has been paid for Teslas, while $71 million has been paid for Toyotas.
What make Toyotas?
That's wrong, it's Teslas.
No. Oh, I'll send you the figures.
The minister did. He says the start of the scheme wasn't actually in 2021 because hybrids weren't included then. Instead, he's picked his starting line as April last year, and since then more has been paid on Toyotas than Teslas.
Does he agree that this is just another kick in the guts for our hard-working farmers and tradies?
I recognise that the National Party and the member opposite wish to turn every policy that is about addressing climate change into a tacky little culture war.
A culture war pitching farmers against the city slickers with Teslas.
Oh, kia ora, Amelia. So who lost out in the changes made today?
Well, farmers needing a new vehicle can hardly be expected to pick up the latest model of Tesla and head off into their paddocks, so they will be feeling like this is another knock to them. The government argues that farmers and tradies are unlikely to be needing a new vehicle every year, and there is always the second-hand market. The scheme as a whole is expected to save 1.4 billion litres of petrol, saving the economy about $325 million a year at the current petrol prices. But it's the poor who didn't get anything today, with the cheaper vehicles being culled from the scheme. The government has already scrapped the cash for clunkers and the social leasing scheme, so now they're stuck in the old high-emitting vehicles, facing down a 30 cents a litre increase in petrol when the government puts the tax back on in June.
From Parliament, Amelia Wade there, tēnā koe.